Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the team that got screwed in the college playoffs, University of Cincinnati Bearcats. Now do me a favor. If you found the show, hit that thumbs up, smash that like. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share. I am up to 717 subscribers. That is awesome. Trying to keep it rolling, get it to 1,000 as fast as we can. I have a new camera, so I'm trying to it's messing me up right now. The camera's up there, my computer's down here. So if you keep looking, see me look up and down, it's a new thing I got going on. But it's a new camera, so it's nice and clear, so you guys can see me and all the stuff in the background and everything going on. Anyway. This show and every show is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs. Okay, a lot of stuff going on. Bengals news. Bearcat game is going on right now. I'm about to bring in my boy Jeremy Dean. And I got a different mouse, so let's see if this works. There we go. All right, Jeremy, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm all right. Just trying to try new stuff out here, new format, new camera.
Yeah.
Got the game on so people can watch the game while we're talking.
Loving it.
All kinds of stuff. So, where should we start first? We got the Bearcat football. We got Ohio State football. We got news of Jonah Williams, Bengals. You got your Ohio State crap on. So, where do you think we should start first, Jamie? And also, people, this is a live video chat again. So, you guys can click on the link above, and we can talk about Bengals, Bearcats, Ohio State, whatever. What's going on? What's on your mind, Jeremy?
You know what? It kind of blew my mind a little bit, to be honest with you. Not that the Buckeyes said it for, so I don't want anybody getting any ideas here. You know, this isn't going to be your Jeremy moment of the week or month, or no. I think we deserve to be at 4. I think the Bearcats deserve to be at 5. And I believe that if another team loses in the top 5, that the Bearcats should be a part of the playoffs, myself personally. Whether it be a Clemson loss, an Alabama loss, God forbid, an Ohio State loss.
Well, it's kind of like what I said yesterday. With all this COVID stuff going on and everything going on and canceling games and all this, just take the top 6, top 8. I want the top 8 now since the Bearcats are at 8. But go quarantine them, go play the damn playoffs, and let's crown a champion that way instead of changing rules. Okay, Big Ten. Now, look, in my opinion, this is the Big Ten's own fault. You know, they decided not to play until springtime or whatever. You know, so it's their own damn fault that this has happened to the Buckeyes. It's not the Buckeyes' fault. It's not their fault. It's the conference's fault. Now they're changing their own rules, so you could be in the Big Ten championship with five games. You know, and to me, if they already made that rule, there's no reason for Ohio State to play another game. Don't play another game. You know, I wouldn't if I were them. For what?
No.
You know, now you
get
see
somebody hurt,
right, or lose. I mean, worst case scenario. Now for UC, what ticks me off is we haven't played. Again, it happens. I guess you could say it's our own fault, but we got coronavirus and people wouldn't play us or whatever. But how does a two-loss team jump us? I know it's in the Big 12. I understand that, but that's bull crap. I mean, it is. They lost 2 games. We haven't lost a game. You play who's on your schedule, and that's it. You know, it's crazy to me that team gets to jump us with 2 losses, and we have no shot of doing anything. Now, like I said, I've said this all year long. I don't think the Cats, they were going to let us in to the college football playoffs anyway, you know, because we're not in the Power 5 conference. We know that this whole thing is this whole thing is rigged against non-Power 5 schools. It's rigged. It is. They have no shot to getting in at all. You can go undefeated. Like I said, Central Florida was undefeated for almost 2 years, and they never got in. We went undefeated this year. I mean, we got one more game to go, the American Championship game, and they're not going to let us in. It's ridiculous. So the point is, everybody's like, oh, well, UC will get, wiped or whatever. Well, you don't know that. They might not. They might win. But the thing is,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. These schools, if you give them a chance, then this is to me the reason they don't want to do it. More top 5, top 10, 5-star recruits will go to schools like UC, and they'll get better, and they'll have a chance to win. Just my opinion. All right, we got our first guest.
Go ahead.
Our first guest, some guy we both know.
Who's this?
Mike decided to join the show for a little bit today.
All right.
How you doing? What's up, buddy?
Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, man. How you doing?
Another long day in the office, but I'm doing okay. My dad's not doing too well, but I'll give more updates on Bengals Nation Bearcat Country. So just look out for the updates each and every day, guys, and I'll keep you updated.
All right, cool. The UC score is 24-19. Not to cut you off there, Mike, but
you're good.
And Crip, you don't have ESPN Plus. I got it on here right now. I know it's kind of fuzzy or not all that great. But then Crown, he's got a good point. He says the Big 12 is a joke. And that's kind of what I think as far as how they got the jump. Mike, you're going to be on the show the whole time because I'm not trying to be mean. We got video callers coming in. So getting 5 guys on here or 4 guys on here and the game is going to be kind of messed up for me. I wasn't expecting you to be on the show today. So
I didn't either expect to be on here. But I just figured I'd stay on for a little while.
That's cool. That's cool, man.
Cool.
What's your thought? Give us your thoughts about UC. I know you've been pissed off about it as much as I have been.
Yeah.
All about the playoff rankings?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you go to Bearcat Country, you'd see how ticked off I was. I was really upset with the committee. I mean, how can a 2-loss team jump in front of UC? I don't understand it. And then you got other teams that has 1 loss.
They play in the Big 12. That's how. Because I look at it this way. The only team now, Tony Kemper is going to toot the horn for this because he's a big Notre Dame fan. But the only team or the team that's played the most games is Notre Dame. They're 10-0. You got 9-0, Alabama number 1, number 2, 10-0 Notre Dame, 9-1 Clemson is 3, Ohio State 5-0, Texas A&M 7-1, Iowa State who jumped us. Florida, who's 8-1. Iowa State jumped up to 8-2, and then the Bearcats are 8-0. You've only got 3 undefeated teams. Excuse me, you got 4 undefeated teams, and one of them is ranked 8th. And sorry, Jeremy, but one of them played 5 freaking games. So well, I mean,
I'm not saying I don't agree with you. I agree. You guys should have never been jumped. Worst case scenario, been at 5. And one of us lays an egg. You guys are sitting there waiting. I mean, I'm not upset.
But not at 8. We're not. We had no shot at 7, really. But now we really have no shot at 8.
We didn't have a shot. Well, yeah.
We didn't have a shot to begin with. I agree with you. I don't think they were going to let us in. But.
Yeah, they put you in just that spot, which is normally number 7.
Right.
That always carries those 1 or 2 losses that may come within the next week or so, and that's just enough to keep you out. And that's what they do. And they're SEC heavy. They love SEC. I mean, look what they've done to A&M. Somebody that's lost, Florida, teams that's lost, all up in the top 10 or near it. It don't make any sense. I'm glad that the Big Ten did rule the right way because we are the best team in the Big Ten. I believe we've proven that. And at the end of the day, that's all you got to do to get to your championship. And then I believe we'll prove it again that we will be Big Ten champions.
Sounds good. All right. The Natural has decided to join us. What's going on, Natural? How you doing today, brother?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, doing good, man. Glad you called in.
It's nice being on the show. Thank you for having me today.
Thanks for being on. What's on your mind today?
What's up?
Just a quick comment on the college football stuff, and then I want to talk some Bengals. It's a joke, man. Honestly, I don't know how anyone's a fan of college football with all the BS that goes around, man. Some of these teams go undefeated, and they never get a shot at the playoffs or anything. And then some of these power schools, these Power 5 schools get in, and they have 2-3 losses or sometimes 1 or 2 losses, and I don't know, man. That's why I don't like college football.
Yeah, most of the time it's only 2 losses. I don't know if they let a 3-loss team in, but the whole thing is, like I said, Natural. I don't know how you feel about this, but I think with everything that's happened this year and with COVID and all that stuff going on, and every single sport has expanded the playoffs, to add teams. This is the perfect year because they want to get Ohio State in. I understand. They want the money. They want the big school. The Big Ten, they want them to represent them. I understand that. But to just jam them down our throats to be in potential, they got to beat Northwestern, which they probably will. To be in the college football playoffs and not expanded this year is just very short-sighted. I don't know why nobody has even said. I haven't heard one person on ESPN, Herbstreit, Desmond Howard, David Pollack. I haven't heard any of them suggest that. Nobody, which is kind of surprising to me. This is the perfect year to do it. And everybody says, well, they're college athletes. Everybody's doing Zoom anyway. It's not like they're running around the class, going around campus. So you go quarantine them somewhere, get all 8 or all 6 or whatever, and go play the college playoffs. Why is that so hard? Why am I figuring that out? Why? I don't know how you feel about it. What do you think about that, Natural?
You with us?
You there? Natural?
Hey, Natural.
Somehow
I think we may have lost you. Get back with us if you can, man.
Get back on. Somehow we lost the sound. I don't know how.
Okay. First off,
yes, sir.
Can't keep my mouth shut on this one. What exactly do we mean by the Buckeyes being shoved down our throats?
Because they only got 5 games, dude. They only played 5 games.
What's that got to do with being shoved down your throat?
Well, because you got Florida, you got Texas A&M. They played more games. All right, Notre Dame. Every year
we're undefeated.
They're going undefeated, but other teams get in because they played that 13th game and Notre Dame didn't play it. So every year games matter.
But Notre Dame's not in the conference,
right? But I know that's what I'm saying. They always hold that against them. So Ohio State has played 5 games, and they're
how can the Buckeyes be shoved down your throat? Is what I'm asking. Nobody's shoving the Buckeyes down, but we're just happy that we get to be a part of something we deserve. You think if we played Maryland,
you played 5 games.
Do you think if we played Maryland and Illinois, let's go ahead and make it 7 games and then make it 8 games in the championship? You don't think we would have destroyed those 2 teams?
That's why you play the game. You don't know. You didn't play them.
No, I do know. I can tell you, we would have destroyed them. So.
I'm just saying, dude,
Jeff. You know what's up, buddy.
No, I know we're cool, dude. I'm just saying, Alabama 9 games, Notre Dame 10 games. Everybody's got 9, 10. Texas A&M 7 games, or actually they got 8 games, so they lost 1. Everybody's played twice as many as Ohio State, and it's not Ohio State's fault. I'm not blaming Ohio State. It's the Big Ten's fault. Their dumbasses wanted to go play the springtime, and we're Big Ten, and everybody's going to follow us. Well, in my opinion, they should not be given a chance. 5 games. 5 games. It'd be 6 when they play the college or the Big Ten championship. That's just not that many. That's half as many. And then, all right, I'll put it to you this way. Is it fair? Say Ohio State makes it to the college football playoffs, and they've only played 6 games. Everybody's played, almost 10 games. They don't have the wear and tear on their body as everybody else does. We
also don't have the games under our belt that everybody else does.
Yeah, but if you're that good, you don't need them.
Well, there you go. We're about to find out, aren't we?
Well, I'd like to jump in real quick.
Go ahead, Mike. Yeah, throw it in. Come on. Come after us.
Before I get off here.
Or me.
One thing that really kind of probably irritated me about the whole UC thing was how can Iowa State lose to Louisiana Lafayette?
The Raging Cajuns. Right. Yeah, I brought that up.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It is.
That's all it is.
But that's why this is the perfect season to do what I said. Play all 8. Let all 8 in. All 6 in. Whatever you want to do. This is the perfect year to do it. All right, let's get some comments here. All right. Joe, like I said earlier this morning, Jeff, which he said this on Bearcat Nation or Strawberry Ice, I can't remember which one, but it's BS that Iowa State jumps the Bearcats. The Bearcats should be at 5. They should extend the playoffs to 6 teams because of this flu crap. Yeah.
That's a good comment.
Yeah, I agree with. That's kind of what I've been saying. And then Chris Bengal. Let's see here. Go Kansas. What? Go Kansas Jayhawks. If anyone got screwed, it's Kansas because that damn virus stopped them last year. Yeah, they were number one last year. Talking about college basketball. Yeah,
they were. They just Y'all hit that link on the top and come talk to us live now. So we ain't got to read so much. We're not the best readers here. Okay?
I got a lot of crap going on here. So
so y'all call in and make it easy on us here.
Right. Brad, from the CFP, to be honest, playoffs, they need to be allowed one team from each conference, and have a playoff similar to how they do in basketball. I think. Well, that would probably only include the Power 5 conferences, which is what I know some people have said that before. That's what. Why don't they just do that? Just let all have 5 teams, but then you have a 6 team from a non Power 5 school. So I think that and the championship you determine who goes to the playoffs via your conference championship. So I don't think that's a bad idea either. All right, Kenneth. Ohio State brings money. They have tons of followers. That they bent the rules for them. Yeah, I mean, this is
one of my buddies, and Kenneth, you know better. They didn't bend the rules for the Buckeyes. Okay, there's no bending. They got together and they thought, okay, who are we going to send to the Big Ten championship? Indiana, who the Buckeyes had down 34-7 until they did their little Indiana bull crap that they do to us every year, or an undefeated Buckeyes team who really hasn't even, other than the Indiana game, which was late and we really knew it was over. Come on now. I know you better than that, Kenneth.
All right, Facebook user. And as always, I'll ask everybody comes up as a Facebook user. Jump on over to Sports with Strawberry Ice on YouTube page. Get on the chat there. Put your name in. We know who you are. And also you can get on the video chat. Big Ten just changed the rules so the Buckeyes can get into the championship game, which is, you can't really argue with that. They did. They changed the rules so they can get in. All right, hold on. Who we got here? The Natural, you back? All right, let's try to see if we can do this again.
All right. Y'all can do this just like the Natural. It's so simple.
All right, you there, brother?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yep, we can hear you now. What's going on?
You got it, bro. Your mic.
Sorry, my internet gave me a little bit of trouble earlier.
That happens all the time to Jeremy. He's got that Alabama internet. It kicks him off all the time. And Mike's got the phone, and Mike jumps off. So I'm used to people leaving me.
Hey, we're wireless internet bros. It's all good.
So what's up, man?
So how do you see the offseason playing out for the Bengals this year, man?
Well, okay. This is something I did a live hit on Bengals Nation. I'll put it to you this way. I'll just talk about this weekend first, and then I'll roll it into the offseason. If the Bengals don't beat the Cowboys Sunday, I think Zach Taylor needs to be fired immediately. You got the Cowboys who played last night, got back in very, very early this morning, probably didn't do anything today. So basically had two days to do a game plan, jump on another plane, come back to Cincinnati. Their defense is terrible. They're not playing very good. Zach's had all week to get ready for them. If you can't beat that team, you're not going to win any of them, And there's really, and the other thing is, if he goes 2-4 over the next 2 games, which I can only one they got chance of beating is Dallas and the Texans. If you go 2-4, that's 6 wins in 2 years and a tie. And I don't know how many games we lost by 6 points or less. Zach's got to go. Now, as far as what's going on with the offseason, luckily Jonah Williams, he's injured, but he's done for the year, but it's not, surgery or anything like that. He'll be back next year. So that's good moving forward. Okay. Now, the other thing is if the Bengals beat the Cowboys, then we probably would jump them to be the number 4 pick instead of number 3 pick. But it's still not a big deal because I don't think the Cowboys are going to go for an offensive lineman. That's one thing they actually have. They have a good offensive line. They might go for a quarterback. They might go for some defensive guys. But I think this offseason, if the Bengals don't fire Zach Taylor, which they should, they got to fire Armadillo, Turner, fire somebody. You got to change something. And their focus should be, after they figure out what they're going to do with the coaching staff, your lines, offense, defensive line. You need pass rushers and you need offensive linemen. And if the draft goes the way I hope it does, we get Sewell and then we get Davis first, second round. Try to find a couple pass rushers, third, fourth round, sign some free agents. Best case scenario, Joe comes back beginning of the year. We got a new coach, a new scheme, new everything. Bam, we take off. Is what I'm hoping. What do you got, Natural?
I mean, it sounds good to me. Honestly, I can't see Zach Taylor coming back. Period. I mean, we could change the defensive coordinator and the offensive line coach, and the problem is you're basically just doing the same thing overs and overs again. Like, it's at this point, it's Zach Taylor. So yeah, you're basically stopping the inevitable. Essentially, you have to move on, clean house.
Kenneth, I saw that. I appreciate that, Kenneth, by the way. But jump on with us, Kenneth. Anyway, Natural, yeah. I completely agree with your call. I agree with it yesterday or Friday, whenever last time you jumped on.
He calls every day now. Natural's become a regular guest.
Yep, you're one of the regulars now, dude. So
him and Dallas are the two that jump on the most.
Yep, you're stuck. You guys are stuck with us now. So, but the way I look at it is this way. I've always thought, think the worst, hope for the best. Personally, I don't see Burrow starting the first of the year. Now, that's my own opinion. That's from all different. That's just my own.
We don't know. It depends on his rehab.
We have no idea. But to me, I'm looking at maybe at least a couple months into the season. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he comes back next year, period, too. But like Jeff said, literally in this draft, if we can stay at 3, and if we can make Andy Dalton look like a Pro Bowler again Sunday, I believe we will get that 3 spot. We will take Sewell. And we'll take Wyatt Davis if he is there in the second round. A lot of people saying he's going to be gone. There will be another good guard there. And then just draft the hell out of some pass rushers and whatever else we may need in the backfield, whether it be an extra wide receiver, as you get into the later rounds. And just maybe find that diamond in the rough with one of the two. So that's kind of how I am on it as well. And Mike, I don't know if you got a quick opinion to throw the Natural or not, but that's mine.
No, I totally agree. And like me and Jeremy was talking about yesterday, if they can find a few offensive linemen early in the draft and get a couple defensive men, pass rushers, that's great. And then, they can get whatever they want, for the rest of the draft. So, but I totally agree. With Jeremy and Jeff, I agree with you on as far as Zach Taylor goes. I'm starting to lean towards your guys' way. If Zach Taylor can't beat the Cowboys, then yeah, he's got to go.
All right. Anything else, Natural?
Just gonna say last comments. We're not gonna be able to fix the whole team in just this offseason. We're probably gonna need another offseason or two to patch everything up and finally start really competing. Especially if we're going to transition into a new coaching staff or we're going to see an overhauled coaching staff this year. It's going to take a while.
You know what? I can see why you would think that, Natural. How old are you, brother? If you don't mind me asking.
How old?
Yeah.
23.
Okay. So you're a young Bengal fan. So you've got it down pretty good, man. You really do. The only thing I would tell you is not to think 2-3 years down the road because, and I say this with Burrow coming back, hopefully he does. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't, if we get somebody like a Fitzpatrick, if we get somebody like a Cam Newton, whatever, doesn't matter. Somebody that keeps around 500. I honestly, and I think I can speak for these guys on here with me, think that we're not as far away as people think. We solidify this offensive line. We get pass rushers. That's going to help out That's going to have about WJ3, Trey Waynes, who's coming back, Bates. Yeah, we've got a great defensive backfield. We've got young linebackers. All we really got to do is get them pass rushers in Cincinnati, keep Burrow safe, and I think it may come a little quicker for you, bro, than what you may think. And I hope so. I hope that for me and for you.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on the show, guys.
All right. Thanks for joining, Natural. Take it easy,
always,
brother.
Man.
Thanks, Natural.
All right. Let's see. Braden has got a pretty good comment here about the college football, which we were talking about. Oh, what the heck? Can you guys see me? Oh my goodness. What am I doing?
Yeah, you're good.
I can't see anybody. Oh crud. What did I do? My screen is.
You want me to read the question, or do you want to?
Question, because I have no idea. Hey, Jen. Good.
Okay.
Did you need me to get off?
No, you're good. Brandon Holly. All this commotion really makes me wish we had a playoff larger than just 4 teams. I'm an Ohio State fan through and through, just like me, brother. But, man, an Ohio State versus UFC standoff would be interesting. Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. They're in state. They're together. We don't have to go halfway across the country. We don't need to go to Indiana. We don't need to go to Mississippi. We can handle this ourselves. So that would be the biggest thing, really, in Ohio sports wise for the whole weekend, if that would happen. In my opinion, I don't know how you guys feel, but
I think as far as UC and Ohio State to play again, that would be a good matchup, a really good matchup. It would see where UC's at, and see what we really need to get and things like that. But I think that would be a heck of a matchup again. I know we've lost pretty bad in the past, but I think it'd be a lot closer game.
Like I said, I like to try to play it in a neutral field. I think that's a big difference. I like to see. I mean, I'm not saying we win. I have no idea. I want to find out. But I'm back now. My screen. I know you guys see me, but I hit something. I couldn't see nothing.
It's just all black.
Yeah,
that's what happens to me when mine goes out. It's all good.
D. Ray Wilson. We need to get in a better conference. Yes, if we was in the Big 12. We'd be top 4 or 5 in the poll. Yeah, exactly. I've said that lots of times on here, that if we were in the ACC, Big 12, Big 10, and we had the same record we got now, which some people like that will say, well, you wouldn't. Well, you don't know that for sure. You don't know what will happen. That's why you play the games.
Yep.
And see what's going on.
And is D-Ray, is he a new subscriber?
Yeah, I think well, I don't know if he's a new subscriber, but I don't remember his name.
I just wanted to give him a shout out, man. Hopefully, hopefully he'll jump on our link and come talk to us, man.
Yeah. You guys jump on the link at the top of the page. You can jump on there. Let's see here.
Jeff, you okay for me to still be on here? Or
yeah, you're good. It's working out good. You're fine. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I put this up while Natural was talking. But you guys know Zach Taylor needs at least 4 wins just to tie David Shula.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst coach in Bengals history.
That's really not saying much because it's Dave Shula.
Well, right, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, that's how bad these last 2 years have been with Zach Taylor. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
right. Yeah. I mean, definitely, I'd rather see him tie Dave Shula than have what he has now. So,
right. Yeah. All right. Dennis, or Jeremy, Dennis has got a question for you. You read it?
Yeah. If the Bengals beat the Cowboys Sunday, they will still get the number 3 pick in the draft. Well, then, I mean, I never rooted against.
Oh, if well, I don't know if they will or not, Dennis, because I think the Cowboys right now in the draft, the Cowboys are right above us. I think they're number 4, we're number 3. So if we beat them, we flip it.
Yeah,
they're 4.
I think they've won like 3 games, right, or 4 at the most.
Yeah. 3 or 4 games.
So even if we beat them, it could come down to the end of the season of who's got the 3rd pick and the 4th between Dallas and us. So, I don't know. Do want to let you know, Kenneth, on your question there, I noticed about the Bengals cornerbacks. I think you're going to be a lot happier with the cornerbacks very soon. When Trey Waynes comes back with WJ3 and Bates, we're going to be okay. We just need to get the pass rushers into Cincinnati to help them guys out.
All right, we got the Irish fan on the show, Tony Kemper. What's up, Tony? What's going on, brother?
What's going on, guys?
What's up, brother?
20 times I need to get you Dallas live on here and just go at it. I think that'd be a good show.
You guys break up when I get on here, but first I just want to say I love you guys' show. I love watching it. It's a lot of entertainment. Going on here first, Mike, how you doing?
Doing
Jeremy,
okay.
What's up? You know I love you, brother. I agree with what you said earlier, and I'm going to go back to Jeremy on this now. I hope you're ready, buddy. I got one question for you. You can wear your little shirt you got from Goodwill. That's cool. I don't care.
Little.
Wow. Yeah, I would say. Anyway, the point of that was from Goodwill.
All those championships ain't little. But you go ahead.
Yeah, neither Notre Dame's. Notre Dame's got a lot of them too. But anyway.
They got a little medal themselves, yeah.
Little medals. Listen to you, buddy. I love it. I got one question for you there, man. And what happened today, I understand you got just as much passion for Ohio State as I do for Notre Dame. But can you tell me how it was fair at all today for the Hoosiers to get screwed out of that, man? Come on. Because they're on Ohio State's job. 5 games, and you're going to let them play in the Big Ten Championship after setting rules that you have to have 6 games, but then they come back for the Buckeyes. Do you think they would have done that for any other team out there in the Big Ten?
If Indiana would have beaten us, yes, that this rule change wouldn't have happened. But as of right now, the best team in the Big Ten is who?
Rutgers.
Can you hear me? You're breaking up, Jeremy. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I was asking you a question, Tony. I said, as of right now, though, after we've beaten Indiana and every other team we played, who is the best team in the Big Ten?
Oh, no, I think the Ohio State is the best team in the Big Ten. But
that's why they changed the rule.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that, man. I'm not. But if you set rules and you decide to come back, or first off, decide not to play. And then when everybody else is playing, you decide to come back. Okay? Yeah, that happened.
That's Big Ten. We're not talking Buckeyes anymore, though, brother. We're talking Big Ten now. I said we're talking.
I'm talking Big Ten.
Yeah, we're not talking about the Buckeyes anymore because the Buckeyes wanted to play. They wanted to play from Jump Street.
We're talking about Big Ten, which is my whole point.
Okay.
The Big Ten decided not to play. Am I wrong? But they come back and decided to play. Good for them. I'm glad to see them get to play on that. I am glad to see them play.
Right.
But to make these rules when they do come back after they've started a month and a half after pretty much everybody else, to come back and say, hey, in order to be eligible for this championship game, you have to play 6 games. Then they break that rule for Ohio State. They didn't bend it. They flat out broke it, which, okay, they're worried about money instead of integrity. I get it. Whatever. It's money. But my question is, do you think they would have done that for any other team in that Big Ten right now? No, not at all. I don't care what you say. If it was IU beat them. No, it's Ohio State. They bring in money. That's all it's about.
I can understand you looking at it that way, and I've heard a lot of Notre Dame fans say the same stuff in the past. But
Notre Dame's independent. They don't have the right to say that stuff.
Exactly, but they always complain they're never let in because they're not in a division that allows them to get in. And here's the deal: they did not break the rules. They changed the rule this year.
Rules.
Come on, man.
Dude.
What's the difference?
Hey, listen. It's COVID-19. If we would have started playing when everybody else did, it wouldn't have mattered. We still got one of the best teams in the country. You think we'd have lost to Maryland? Do you think we'd have lost to Illinois?
You don't know unless you play, right?
Well, we played them quite a few times, and I think it was around 58-3 or something last time we played Maryland. And
but
then
you're saying coulda, woulda, shoulda, man. You're saying coulda, woulda, shoulda.
No, I'm telling you right now, we've got the talent, is what I'm telling you. We're the best team.
Weak teams, but you guys ain't going to stand a chance. And if you go into CFP, your secondary is horrible. And honestly, I don't know if it was you that said it or somebody else I heard today say that Ohio State would be the only team that could beat Alabama. I think that's a crop. Notre Dame could.
Let me check.
Clemson could. Those people would run all over Ohio State secondary.
We have a freshman, sophomore secondary with one guy left from last year who is an inside guy who we put outside in Sean Wade. He's one of the best in the country. He's not comfortable out there. He's admitted it. Why we have not figured out somebody to put out there and put him back inside where he belongs, that has hurt us this year. Yes, our secondary at times has made us look horrible. But on top of that, at the same time, our secondary and our defense can also be unstoppable. So it's a young team, but it's still the best team in the Big Ten, and that's who should go to the championship, especially during these times. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I personally, as a Notre Dame fan, I want Ohio State. I want to be in there.
Oh, me too.
Again, Notre Dame, to be the best, you have to beat the best, right? I understand that they're a good
team. I want our freshmen to play
you. When we go this year alone, for 2020.
I'm the only got championship shirt on.
But to go this year, when you say
he bought one T-shirt, one championship.
It wasn't fair because of COVID and this and that. Well, guess what? It wasn't fair for anybody in this world right now.
No, for anybody. They should go to 6 teams.
When Ohio
period.
State couldn't play their full schedule, why break the rules for them when other teams are out there that can totally have played a schedule that could be in there over them? Why does it make it fair for Ohio State now, but not the other? It's been unfair for everybody.
Okay,
so Ohio State couldn't play a full schedule. It's not their fault. I'm not blaming them for that. I'm just saying for the fairness of this year, man, come on. There's a lot of teams out there that could be over that played their stuff. And again, it's not those kids' fault. It's not the team's fault. I was happy to see them come back, to be honest with you, because I'm a guy that wants to see those kids play. It's their year. Let them play. I understand it. But when you got other teams, it's been unfair for everybody.
That brings my point, I guess. It's been unfair to everybody. This is the perfect year to do a 6-game playoff, 6 or 8-team playoff. Why in the hell?
I'm glad you brought that up because I want to.
Has nobody said that?
I think that's perfect.
Right. That fixes everything.
Do that.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Not at all.
Great.
That would get some other teams in that might shut some people up for what's going on for this year and stuff. So why not do it? I don't get that at all this year either. I think that's stupid.
Right. I'm with you there 100%. I mean, 100%.
If you take the top 8 teams,
top 6 for a reason, right?
Yeah. All right. Let's say if you take the top 8 teams,
the top 6, playoff 6.
Right.
That's right.
Well, if you take the top 8, you got Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, Ohio State, Texas A&M, Florida, Iowa State, Cincinnati. All these teams that all these fan bases thinks they should be given a shot. So take all 8, go quarantine, for however long you got to, play in one stadium and play the damn playoffs. So I don't understand why that's so hard to figure out and why that fixes all of this. And nobody can complain because the thing is, you would play each other on the field where that's all this matters. All of us talking and everything, none of it matters. You go play each other on the field, then you find out. That's the whole point. That's what everybody wants to see.
And let them do it, man. Well, why do I understand there's a committee to keep certain teams out and get
for what? Don't they make more money doing it this way?
Yeah, exactly. They would 100%. They would. And here's
and it's sad, by the way, real quick too, that the dumbass Big Ten started the way they did. I'm glad that they have allowed the Buckeyes to join, but if the Buckeyes and the Big Ten can change a rule for 1 year, I don't understand why the committee can't change a rule for 1 year to add 2 extra teams.
Right.
We're not asking for 4. We don't want 16.
Well, I want 4 because I want the Bearcats in.
But what I'm saying, give us 6. Give us 6.
Hey, Jeremy, I got kind of retort on that there. You said change the rules for 1 year. I get it for this year. My point they changed the rules for Notre Dame. You know, the only way they could play was to get in the ACC this year. I get that. But guess what? They did that before the season started. They changed the rules for the Buckeye.
So it's
after
different.
Everything had happened. I think that's a lot of people's problems, man. It really is. I mean, you can't deny that didn't happen. But
I got to tell you, we talked to a lot of people, and I'm not seeing many problems. But
do what?
I said we talked to a lot of people on here, and I don't see many problems with it. I'm not read many. I don't know what you're talking about.
Problems for today?
Now problems with the Buckeyes. You know, letting the Buckeyes
when
in.
I see the Bearcats drop. I'm not a huge Bearcats fan, but when I see them drop, and then
I didn't like that.
Got 5 games, and they're still at number 4 for this whole thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't be in there. I'm not saying they shouldn't be in there. They're a good team, and as a Notre Dame fan, I personally want Ohio State back from like a few years ago. I'd love a rematch. I would.
I would too.
To be the best, you have to beat the best. But in this year, when it's been unfair for everybody, why make it more fair for Ohio State than you do for everybody else, like the Bearcats or?
Well, they didn't exactly.
How does Iowa State jump up there?
The only thing the Big Ten done was allow the Buckeyes to go to the championship game. If you think that the committee is going to automatically put the Buckeyes in the top 4, we've been there before, man. They're SEC lovers.
I personally think if the Buckeyes did not play in the Big Ten championship, they still would have been in the playoffs, the CFP playoffs. Absolutely, they would have been a CFP.
I don't think so.
I think so.
But we'll agree to disagree.
I kind of agree with Tony because I've been telling you that. I said they're not going to not let Ohio State in there this year. I've been telling you that all year. They're going to get them in. And they have. I mean, they've made sure that they got in. So
we would have had to get to a bowl game. We would have had to get to our bowl game and win it. I don't believe that for a second. Now, hey, we'll all agree to disagree.
Yeah, Tony. Let's get you stay on, Tony. But we got questions or comments here. D-Ray, OSU won't be a pushover. Our offense can score a lot of points on anyone. Our defense is getting better every game. And then let's see here.
D-Ray, jump on.
Yeah, jump on the live chat like this. Brandon, if Notre Dame only played 2 games against Clemson with Trevor Lawrence in one of them and a backup in the other, that would be the equivalent to 12 or so games scheduled they played this year plus the ACC Conference Championship game. That's a big long one. So what is he saying? If Notre Dame played 2 games against Clemson with Trevor Lawrence, 1 game with backup, that would be equivalent to the 12 or so games played by the ACC Conference Championship game.
I'm guessing he means if Notre Dame beats them with Lawrence, it would all.
Yeah.
The way I'm reading that, I might be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm reading that as he's a Notre Dame fan.
There you go.
And he's saying that only playing 3 games with 2 with Trevor and 1 with backup, that would still be in his equivalent. If that's what you're saying,
he summed it up. Hold on.
I mean,
he summed it up.
This is the first year Notre Dame's been in the conference. They did it to play.
Right.
And they ran the table. Yes, they beat Clemson without Trevor Lawrence. But you know what? A lot of people say that if Trevor Lawrence was in there, they would have smacked him. I don't think so. I really don't. I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence wouldn't have done more, but I'm sorry, Trevor Lawrence don't play defense. He wouldn't have stopped them from putting 47 points up on him.
What he said here, Brandon came back and said, what I mean is the lack of talent in the ACC minus Clemson, meaning basically in the ACC, the only team that's any good normally, since Notre Dame isn't in there, is Clemson. They usually have a pretty easy,
that makes more sense.
So that's kind of what he's saying.
Because Florida State, the rest, they all suck.
All right, Tony. Well, thanks for jumping on, brother. I'm gonna
absolutely, guys. Hey, I love y'all. I'll see y'all again tomorrow, Jeremy.
All right, brother.
I'll give you shit here soon. We'll figure it out. But hey, you know what? Whatever happens. Let the best team win, brother.
Hey, brother. We'll be friends no matter what, man. Take care, bud.
Thanks, brother.
We'll see you.
See ya. All right. Let's see here. I had some Bengal questions up here. People were talking. Let's try to get back to those. I can find them here. All right, guys. Brad, he said this earlier. All right. Braden. And to add to the last topic on the Bengals, I'm a 22-year-old Bengal fan in the Army stationed in Colorado Springs. Thank you for your service there, sir. Just before I read any more, appreciate you. But, man, I could care less about being happy with the Bengals being successful. Our team needs them to be successful. Yes, we need a successful Bengals team. It just uplifts the city. It uplifts everything, It is a big deal.
And to have a fellow vet jumping on, man, that's awesome, dude. Hopefully you'll get the chance to jump on with us live and
jump on when you get a chance.
At least let us thank you, and maybe we'll talk about some more war stories sometime.
There you go. All right. Let's see. Oh no, wait, that's not one. I already did that one. It moved up on me. Okay. Bengal Report 18. The Bengals should get a free agent QB this upcoming offseason. Yes, they should. Now, I'm glad you brought that up because it's something I did want to bring up. I've been like, it's not a big deal that the Bengals did not have a proven veteran as the backup this year because, like I said, I didn't think Joe needed one. If he got hurt, season's over anyway. But this coming off season, excuse me, yes, they need to get somebody. Now, I think they've proven Finley is not the guy. They're not even playing him. Brandon Allen's playing. So, to me, Finley's got to go. You can keep Brandon Allen as your third. That's fine. But there's going to be free agents guys out there. Like I keep saying Fitzmagic. I think Jameis Winston's going to be out there. You've mentioned Cam Newton, which I don't really know if Cam Newton would work in this offense. He doesn't throw the ball that much anymore. We need a guy who can pass. But I would take Winston. I would take Fitzmagic, and Jeremy left. I see that. Well, mark the tape. Jeremy's gone at 47 minutes. Let's see here. What'd you say, Brandon? I'd be happy to jump on live. Just let me know when. Now, dude, you can jump on live now. The chat's the link's at the top of the chat. You just jump on. It's at the top of the YouTube page because it says you're on Facebook. So yeah, go to the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberry Ice. Subscribe and then get on the chat there, and the link is at the top of the page there, so you can get on and you can come on live and you can talk to us directly. Now, Anthony, what do you got? You said OSU wins like last week with backups. We'll get it done. We'll get in. They did have backups last week, but it's just the point, Anthony. It's just the point of they've played 5 games. I'm telling Jeremy this all year. They're going to let him in. I knew they were going to let him in, and I knew they weren't going to let the Bearcats in. If you watch the show enough, I've been saying they're not going to let the Bearcats in. Right. I'm pissed that I didn't think they were going to drop us. I don't know. I still don't understand how the hell Iowa State jumped us when, we didn't play, but we didn't play the week before that, and they didn't jump us. So. I know they had a big game. They beat Texas, but anyway. I just wish they'd expand the playoffs. That would be the thing to fix all of this. I think. Jeremy, what's up? I'll mark the tape. It was 47 minutes, and the internet went whoop.
47. Yeah, that's
exactly
47 to an hour. Hey,
yeah, exactly.
Hey, I may not always be on time, but I'm always steady. You know what I'm saying?
You're always there, brother. You're rock solid.
We were talking about backup quarterbacks, though. Where'd y'all end up on that?
Well, I mentioned a couple of them, and then Anthony, he's saying not Cam Newton, which I agree with him. Cam Newton, I don't think would be a good fit for us. And then Brandon said he wants to try to get on the show. So I told him to jump on. It's on the link of the YouTube channel. So, because he's on Facebook. You see the little Facebook guy thing.
Oh,
so you gotta go to the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberry Ice, and subscribe. It's kind of my thing. If you want to get on top of it, you got to subscribe to my show, man.
Yep. Subscribe.
So get on.
And then it's right there in the comments, buddy, right at the very top.
Very, very top. It's in blue, I think. Can't see it right now. Everybody left me. I'm down in the ice cave all by myself. So if the show goes haywire, I'm screwed because my wife is gone. So we'll see what happens. All right, Anthony's got let's see here. He says they got hosed. And I think you mean UC. I'm assuming that's who you're talking about, but yeah. I think UC got I agree with you if that's who you think. And then now this is an interesting point. I never thought about this. He said he thinks BYU had something to do with that. Meaning BYU went and played who are they play? Carolina something. I don't remember who the hell they played last week. They went there and played them and lost. And BYU was making all kinds of noise that they should have been ranked higher and yada yada yada. And maybe them losing affected the Bearcats. I mean that is kind of an interesting point.
Yeah, should never happen. A committee should not look at other games and compare another team to another.
Yeah.
Y'all were 5. You should, or yeah,
6.
right? 6. 6.
Oh no, we're 7. I'll get it right. Coastal Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony, jump on, dude. You got lots of comments. You can get on the live chat.
Yeah, dude. Hit the
Actually,
link.
on Facebook, you gotta get to YouTube and get on there. Make sure you get on there. Anyway, sorry, Jeremy. Or Mike, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Go, Mike.
Okay. My thing is how can Iowa State jump us in the beginning when they haven't literally been there all year in the playoff rankings? They were way out of it. Now all of a sudden they're in front of UC. So if anybody can explain that to me, I'd like to know, because I agree with Jeff and Jeremy. It's frustrating. It's irritating, and I don't think really the committee, they shouldn't even be involved in this stuff. So.
Well, the problem is the college football, you can't do what college basketball does. They can't play that many games. They can't do anything like that. I mean, you got to rank them, and you got to, unless you want to actually have an NFL playoff, and, which actually you can do that if you take, the Power 5 conferences. If you take those and you use their championship games as basically a playing game. Whoever wins that goes on to the college football playoffs, and then you take the best school, best record, best highest ranked school, which that's what it's got to be out of the non-Power 5, and put them in there. To me, that's the most logical and easiest way to do this, and it kind of fixes a lot of this stuff. Now, yeah, teams like UC, most likely, yes, we might go in there and get our ass kicked. But the point for me is, if say Luke Fickell, I want to keep him. I don't think he's going to leave anytime soon, except for really big jobs. And I know Jeremy hates when I say Ohio State, but Ohio State and Notre Dame, I think it was 2 jobs that he would leave for. But if he keeps getting screwed, he might get frustrated and say, forget it. I'm going to go to another school that it's in the Power 5. I get more money. I got a chance to win. The thing is, if you give these schools a chance, there's other kids that say they go to Ohio State, they go to Notre Dame or whatever, and they get lost in the mix. They're top 5-star recruits or whatever. Somehow just didn't work out. Well, if you see or schools like that have a shot, then you can start getting more of those kids to come to your school because hey, everybody wants to win. I actually have a legit shot to go. So it is to help out schools like UC and Houston and stuff like that to hopefully maybe keep their coaches and keep their players. And there's plenty of good football teams. I mean, Alabama doesn't need to get every freaking 5-star, linebacker or college football player to go to Alabama and sit there for 2 years before you can play. Why don't you come to UC and play? That's just kind of my point to this. It will be a trickle-down effect, and I think it will make college football an even better product. If that makes sense.
Now, do you think that's why some of the UC players transfer from UC to another school because they know that they can't get into the playoffs, or is it just because it's something else?
As kids, if you're transferring from UC, it's to get playing time. that's you're not trying because if most guys aren't going to transfer from UC and go to Ohio State and play, they're going to do. It's going to be the opposite. Sorry, that's just the way it is. So the reason they left UC is they wanted to get more playing time and thought they had a better shot elsewhere. What's up, Jeremy?
And like we were talking about, Jeff, I agree with that. We have anywhere at one point, 5 or 6 at almost each position, 3 to 4 star, whatever.
Yeah, and that's at Alabama, that's at Ohio State, that's at Notre Dame,
right.
all big schools.
Some of those kids that know they're going to sit for maybe 3 years, even,
right.
And they better have that
shot.
And if they do, they better break out with the Buckeyes that year, because if they don't, they're not going to make it to the NFL. So, that's when UC or somebody like that comes in, and it wouldn't bother me a bit to see our players going to UC and building that school, but it just takes the conference, it takes the player wanting to come, it takes your facilities, on and on and on, your head coach.
Right.
But I agree with you 100%. There are players that aren't getting chances that could be.
Right.
So
right. Now D-Ray says they will come if you have a winning tradition. We have a winning tradition. I mean, we do. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, UC's done everything they can. I mean, it's not the first time. Like I said, 2009 or 8, we were in the biggest championship. So we've had a winning tradition at UC. We just don't have a shot, and we are getting players. I'm not complaining about getting players. Luke is killing it as far as recruits go, killing it. But these kids who work their ass off deserve a shot. They deserve. I mean, they because we're getting kids that can go to the NFL. And the thing is, the longer Luke stays here, the more he recruits, the more they get better. It's going to be because you guys remember a couple years ago. Remember Boise State? Boise State was the big school that it was out of the Power 5, which they didn't have Power 5 then, but out of the big schools, and they always thought they deserved a shot and blah blah blah. Well, that lasted for a while, and finally their coach got, I guess, tired of it and went to Washington, and now they're back to where they were before. So that's kind of my thing. It's like if you give them a shot to get in the championship, which they deserve a shot. I'm just saying they do. And like Tony Pike said, it's kind of disappointing as to where the program is. It's in the exact same spot it was when he was, the quarterback 10, 12 years ago. And there's no way to get out of it unless you get out of this conference the way everything's set up. Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, look at we got 32 NFL teams, and 16 of them go to the playoffs, something like that. I mean,
So I think okay. Actually, they're even talking about adding a playoff, a couple of extra playoff teams because of COVID. So
okay, so we're talking. Yeah, we're talking about NFL. Literally, if you're in the half to top, you've got a shot.
Right.
So there's 150 schools, okay, and I'm not saying all of them deserve a chance. I mean, you get into Liberty and all these other companies.
Yeah.
And I'm not hating on them.
No, it's just talent. I mean, it's kind of like saying Miami, Ohio. They don't. I mean,
it is what it is. Yeah,
that's talent wise. I mean, UC can get the players that can go to the NFL and are at that level.
And I just still think it's funny how, we are still stuck on 4 teams when there's hundreds of colleges out there.
Right.
And especially UC this year being in the top, 7.
Right.
Now 8. But still, you would think they would go ahead and add a couple extra, especially NFL's doing what they've done.
Right, exactly. All right, got a live video chat from Robert. What's going on, Robert? How you doing, brother?
Jeremy, I'm with you. Why they riding us about Ohio State, the championship?
They need to back off, bro. That's
right.
Hey, Robert, do me a favor. You got your phone, the volume on your phone up, or from you.
That help.
I just muted you. Let's see.
That better?
Yeah, that's better. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's much better. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, hey, my thing is that they ain't our fault. Up north got scared. They didn't want to play us and had to come up with COVID virus.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, there you go.
I agree with that.
Yeah, they was like, oh, we got to play Ohio. Got COVID. We could play. Harbaugh, Ohio State.
Yeah, he don't want to play us again. His job's on the line.
Yeah, I was driving the work truck. I couldn't duck up online when you guys were riding Jeremy earlier, getting my personal car and then
had to come to Jeremy's rescue.
Yeah, they upon me talking on the phone in the work truck.
Hey, dude, just tell me talk to Strawberry Ice.
That's right.
Well, living down here, we got them Oak fans. Live right across the bridge from Louisville, so
yeah, right on.
And then
hey man,
I tried to join in, and I think I had Jeremy, so I had to back out and rejoin.
Okay. I got you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not hating on Ohio State. I like Ohio State. I mean, I actually root for them when they're not playing the Bearcats, obviously, but it's frustrating for me, that Ohio State. You only played 5 games, and I told this beginning of the year, we got with Jeremy. I said you hadn't played a game yet, and you guys are ranked. Like, how the hell? What are they ranking them on? It's all money, It's all money. It's Ohio State. I understand. I don't like it. I think it's bullcrap, but it is what it is, And that's why I think this year is the perfect year to go to the top 6, the top 8, and have a playoff. Everybody else is doing expanded playoffs,
And I'm not always bandwagon of getting rid of Zach. But my opinion is you give Dick LeBeau 2-14, and then you fire him. But Zach Taylor 2 seasons at 2-14, probably let him ride through.
Well, my thing with that is the quarterback contracts are so different now than they were then. You got 4.5, 5 years before you got to pay Joe Burrow. So you need to figure out how to win. Your best chance to win the Super Bowl is before you got to pay that quarterback. So that's where I'm like, the time is ticking. They don't have time to wait, I think, in my opinion. And if say he wins the last 2 games, that's 6 wins in 2 years. I mean, that's worse than David Shula. He's our worst coach ever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you watch a show like, I've changed my opinion. I mean, I like Zach. I think he's a good coach. I mean, it's just not working. That's all it is.
I changed his opinion, Robert. Just so you know,
it's more than natural. I'll give the natural credit instead of you.
That was a good call from the natural, the first one, but that we ever took actually. Yeah. But this is a good one too, man. And I appreciate you having my back on the Buckeyes. We know as Buckeye fans, we'll take all the heat, we'll take all the crap people want to throw at us. But you know what? As Buckeye fans, we know what's up. It's that simple. And so do you, Robert.
OH.
I-O, baby.
I'll even do it.
All right, guys.
I appreciate you.
And I'll catch you guys on Friday.
Sounds good, dude. Talk to you later.
Hey, jump back on, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right. Let's see here. Dennis has got a question for you, Jeremy.
Where's Dennis? Where's Dennis been?
Dennis, you need to jump on, brother. You can
jump on and holler at us, man.
Yeah, you keep giving me all these questions on there, and I haven't been able to get them all because I got a whole bunch of other questions. I got video chats going on and everything. So get on the video chat.
We'll keep you up here.
You don't want to be on the camera? Turn the camera off. You do what the natural does and just talk on with your mic.
Yeah, but that way we can just get through all of it. But anyway,
Jeremy, you're up.
Do you think the Bengals should fire all the assistant coaches and give Zach Taylor one more year? If he can't cut the mustard, do you think he should be fired? I think at this point in the season, if we don't win another game, he's got to go. Yeah, I think he Callahan, Lou, everybody but Darren Simmons probably should most likely be let go, in my opinion. Now, we won a couple games. It's still not going to impress me, to be honest with you, even if we would beat the lowly Cowboys.
It's going to be if we win because you got the Squealers and you got the Ratbirds. We're not beating them. You got 2 shots. You got the Cowboys and you got the Texans. That makes it 6 wins. That make 4 wins this year, 6 wins in 2 years. It's just ain't cutting it, dude. Like I said, I've completely changed my mind on that. And like I said, it's a lot of Jeremy banging on me all the time about it, making good points, and I hate to admit when people make good points and not me. But and the biggest thing is, like I said, they only got so long until his contract is up, and you got to pay him, and you need to win now. And that's the biggest thing. Trying to see if my Bearcats are winning. What's the score? 55. All right, 56-48. All right, at least they're winning. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
Which still they got a big great, game, but better.
Yeah, they got a dude. It's the third game. That's killing me. The third game of the year. I mean, by this time we should have played 7-8 games already, and they should have started back at the beginning of November. It didn't start to damn near December started. So that's what's this whole this whole sports season is screwed up with all this stuff. Which, again, I keep saying it. Why don't they expand the playoffs for the college football? I don't know. It would be nice if they would, but they don't. I don't know.
That's a whole show we could go over right there. I mean,
yeah. Now I do got a question for you and Jeff, Jeremy.
What's up?
What's up?
Now, if with the Bearcats playing maybe in the championship game against Tulsa, do you think they would move up to probably a 6 or 7 again?
Wait, I'm sorry. I was reading the question. Say it again. Say it again there, Mike. Sorry, I was reading the question.
Oh, that's all right. If the Bearcats, well, I shouldn't say if, but if the Bearcats play in the championship game, if they beat Tulsa, do you think they would move up in the playoff rankings, even though we're not going to get in probably?
No, they're going to drop us down. I don't think it matters. It don't matter what we do. No, they're not. There's a very good chance we're going to play. Which we're going to be in the New Year's Six Bowl. We're going to be in the Peach Bowl or something against Georgia. They're right below us. It's going to be a lot better bowl than we had last year, which is great. That's what we all want to work toward. But no, I don't think so.
I do.
You think the movie up?
Yeah,
I mean, Tulsa is ranked.
I think, Tulsa's a ranked team, and if you guys
what if everybody
lay it
wins?
on them, I'm sure you'd move up one.
You know what? Yeah, what's one going to do?
It ain't going to help. I'm just saying. I don't see you guys winning your championship, and then they already leapfrogged you once.
Yeah. Win a championship.
They win your championship.
Yeah, they might move us up one.
They should. I mean, yeah. At the least.
That's about it. All right, D-Ray. Hey, dude, I wish you'd come on the show. You got a lot of good questions, man. So jump on the link at the top of the page if you want to. If we can get in the ACC, Big 12, Big 10 won't let us, thanks to OSU. That's right. Luke's the next head coach at OSU. Too bad the Bengals wouldn't try to get him. My problem, and I've said this on the show lots of times, people keep saying college coaches. I don't really like college coaches in the NFL. They don't always work. But, yeah, we're not getting to the Big Ten. Ohio State won't let us. We're not going to get in the SEC because Kentucky won't let us because, they don't want to share the market. So our only chance is getting the ACC, which out of the ones that are left, the ACC or Big 12, I would much rather be in the ACC than the Big 12. As the Big 12, we won't have anybody. It would be like West Virginia being in the Big 12. Why in the hell is West Virginia in the freaking Big 12? I mean, they got to drive to Texas. Their road trips are ridiculous. I mean, ours is already bad enough. Got to go to Texas, 3 times and being an American. But
right.
I don't want to be. I mean, I will take it if that's all we got. I'll take it. But I don't see. I hope it's the ACC, but until we do that, nothing's going to change. We're going to be in this exact same position all the time. All right, D-Ray. Yes, we will, but must blow them out by 30 or 40 points. Oh, you're saying if we got to blow. Well, that's the thing. We've had to blow out everybody, and that's like East Carolina got all pissed off because we crushed them, but we had to have any shot. And look what we did, and we still didn't really get a shot. And that's what kind of sucks about the whole thing about, you good sportsmanship and all that stuff. Just throw that out the window because we got to destroy you to have any shot going, hey, look at us, Bearcats. Look, hey, we did pretty good. Hi, remember us? Yeah, we crushed them. Yeah.
Well, and another thing, just so people know, the Buckeyes have not got an invitation to the playoffs yet either. So, even though they changed the rule this year, doesn't mean nothing. We could go out there, play Northwestern, whatever, stomp them into the ground, and a 2-loss SEC team could jump in front of us. I mean, that's just their pattern. That's the committee's pattern. So I'm not looking at playoffs at all right now. Right now, I'm just keeping my eye on the prize. That's Big Ten championship, and then see what happens. But I've never had a good feeling when it comes to the committee.
The committee. One thing that kills me is they always come on and they'll defend what they did, which I mean I do like that, but the stuff they say sometimes don't make any sense. I mean, I just say stuff to say stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just to put something out there. And all right, Brad, what do you got here? You can jump on too, Brad. You've been commenting.
Yeah, bro.
Big 12. The Big 12 promised West Virginia they'll put UC in on the next expansion. We'll see how it worked out. You see how that worked? Yeah. Well, they were supposed to expand 2 years ago because the Big 12 actually isn't the Big 12. It's 10. They're 10 teams. You know. But I mean, West Virginia, as far as being in the Big 12, they need us to go to the Big 12. I did it again. I've got this new mouse and I'm losing stuff. How do I get out of this? I got it. I know you guys can see me, but I can't see anybody again.
You went black again?
No, this stupid mouse. It's on. I don't even know I can't find the X. Where'd it go? No, that's not what I want. Oh my goodness.
Got a quick comment by Tony just telling Dallas. I don't know if Dallas is Dallas just answered back. Okay. Love for us to be on the show one day to hash it out. Have fun, brother. Offense is good for OSU. Yep. All right, good. Okay. Y'all can hash it out over there, and then maybe one day we'll all hash it out together.
Right. Well, this is gonna be an interesting show because I can't see you guys and I can't end the show.
You're still off.
I know. I can see my wife has me on the other computer. I can see I'm on, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can't get off of this. I'm clicking. I'm on apps. I don't want to be on apps. I want to go back to where I was at. How do I do that? Come on. This is a great show.
Brandon Holly, just want to let you know, dude, all you have to do is click on the link at the top of the comments or in between the comments. You'll see it. It's highlighted blue. All you got to do is click on that link, dude, and it'll take you straight into a waiting room. And as long as we're not talking to nobody else, we'll bring you right up. And that's the way it'll work for all of you guys. So just want to let y'all know that as I'm reading through comments.
It will, unless I can get back to the show, because right now I can't get back to the show.
And if we got to do this tomorrow or Friday or whatever, then we'll do it then too. But depending on Jeff here, Jeff's situation, he got a little situation.
Working on trying to figure out how in the world I did this.
But what you got? What you got though, Mike? While he's waiting there, man, you got anything you want to throw out? I mean, Jonah Williams wise, have you heard anything? Have you heard anything much more about Burrow? Have you heard anything worth mentioning?
No, I haven't heard too much about Burrow, especially. I haven't heard nothing, and Jonah Williams, pretty much nothing there either. So, you know, I just think everybody's going to come back healthy next year, and I definitely think that Burrow will be back. But as far as that, we're just going to have to be patient with Burrow, though. So
yeah, I'm with you there. It's going to take time. I have a feeling Jonah's done for the year. You know, they're not going to why risk any more injury. We've had enough of that this year. You know,
right.
So I don't see him.
Yeah, you got the Steelers coming up and stuff. I wouldn't jeopardize their health for that game, Jesus. So,
I don't think we got Mixon coming back. I think they're gonna, keep him out of harm's way.
Right.
And of course we've got Reeder and Waynes and everybody else out there right now. But
oh yeah.
They're all going to come back next year. That's one thing about it is all these guys we signed, spent all this money on defense. They're coming back next year. Von Bell's playing better this year, which is very exciting and very nice to see him coming on towards the end of the year. In the beginning, I had some doubts about Bell, but he's really showed up in the run game. And you know what? I thought he was a lot older than he was. He's actually only 25, I believe, just turned 25. So,
yeah,
I think we're solid in the backfield, defensive backfield. I think we're going to have a solid line with Reeder and maybe still Geno around, but we're also going to add more. I mean, we've already got Mike Daniels, and so we're going to have a rotation. We just got to get the offensive line fixed, get the pass rushers going to help out our cornerbacks, and I believe that's our winning formula next year for Cincinnati, whether we have Fitzpatrick or Cam Newton or whoever else.
oh yeah, I think they're going to have a lot of depth next year. To be honest with you, the biggest thing is get that offensive line fixed. Don't wait around for it. If you can get a couple offensive linemen in the draft, like you said, from Ohio State or Oregon, grab them as soon as you can, because if you don't, they're not going to be there later in the draft. So get them as soon as you can.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back, my brother.
Welcome back to my own
Jeff.
show. I'm like, dude, I said I got this new camera and it's up here, so I can't use my mouse that I usually do. So I got to use the mouse on here, and it's clicking stuff that I didn't even mean to touch. I'm like, what the heck happened? Oh my goodness! All right, what are you guys talking about? I don't even know. I had to call my wife. Like, what did I do? What's going on in my own show here? What's the talk about?
Go ahead, Mike.
We were just talking about, the injuries, if we've heard anything about Burrow or Jonah Williams, and I pretty much haven't heard nothing. And, needing an offensive lineman in the draft, like from Oregon and Ohio State, if they can get those guys, grab them. Don't wait for it.
Yeah, Zach came out and said that Jonah is on the IR.
Yeah,
they put him on there today, and let's see, who do they put on? They
Mixon's on there.
No, they took somebody back off. I can't even find it. They added somebody. Took somebody off IR. Put Jonah on there, and here it is. Darius Phillips. That's who it is. They activated Darius Phillips and put Jonah on the IR. Jonah should be back next year. And the thing is, Dennis brought this up too. He said, the Bengals beat the Cowboys where they flip draft spots, which I think they will. But the good thing is the Cowboys, I don't think are going to be looking for an offensive lineman. So I think they're going to be more defense. Yeah.
But I will tell you that this offensive line for Dallas is not the same offensive line that was there 2 or 3 years ago. So
right.
That does worry me a little bit. I like to think that, it's not going to happen and nobody's going to take Wyatt Davis in the second round or Sewell in the first, but
you never know.
But it's just, I could see Dallas taking somebody to keep, if they're going to sign Prescott to a big deal, I could see them taking somebody.
I don't know if they're going to sign him now. Why now? He's hurt now. Why
Jerry
are they signing
Jones he played without a contract. He had a
1-year contract, franchise. Franchise
but,
tag.
Yeah, he done that.
I don't understand why Cowboys didn't sign him in the first place. That doesn't make. I'm not a Cowboy fan. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why wouldn't you sign Dak? Why would you make him go for
$150 million? I mean, that's a little. We need to talk.
Yeah,
honey, we need to have a conversation. Okay,
worst thing that happens is they say no, which I think he did. But I mean, that's what happened to Kirk Cousins. I mean, he did. How he played back-to-back years, and look how much money he got, and he ain't worth that much money.
Exactly.
That's what scares me about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's better than both of those guys by a lot.
Yep.
So how much money is he going to cost us? That's why I'm saying the time is now. We gotta win before his contract comes up.
Yeah, when we start paying him $25 million a year, that means all the extra money for all these defense that everybody wants, and these rushers everybody wants, and offensive line. Yeah, we have the draft, and we will have the draft, but we still got to have some money for players. Right. And once you pay that quarterback big money,
and Mike Brown ain't gonna spend up to the salary cap. He's spending more, but he's not gonna get that close to it. So
I do got a update for you guys. Jeremy, I know you're not much into hockey and stuff, but I'll give you an update anyway. The Cyclones have canceled their full season due to COVID, so there is not going to be no hockey in Cincinnati.
Yeah, well, they canceled because they only let them have like 300 people in down there at the Coliseum. I mean, they can't make any money with 300 people. I mean, yeah. So I mean,
they're spending more money on employees than they are people actually coming into the door.
Be more employees, counting both teams and people to run the place. Then people.
There's more money going out,
right? And they don't make a lot of money anyway. So it sucks, but that's not surprising that happened. But we've been on for an hour and 21 minutes. Oh, actually, we got somebody who watched. Hold on a second. Somebody just jumped on. Let me see. Let me scroll down here. Who we got? Tony. Tony's back. Oh, Tony.
Lord, just like Tony.
I know Tony Dallas has been going at it here on the chat here. What's up, Tony? You're back. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
I'm not going to stay on long. Just want to say one more thing. I see some comments and see what Jeremy's been saying and all this stuff about Ohio State, and of course Dallas goes back to me all the time. I'd love to see him on here, and he's a good dude. I'd love to hash it out with him sometime. I know he said he was at work tonight, so it's hard for me to get on. Yeah. But
he's out in
all
Cali,
I gotta say at this point, with everybody saying the only team that could beat Alabama is Ohio State and this and that, man, I gotta say, you guys, I'm a Notre Dame fan. I've been there. I've seen the crap in the past. We got there and then just blew it big time. I understand. I will say this year's a different year. It is for everybody. But my thing is, you guys got to stop thinking with your hearts and start thinking with your heads, man. Do you really think Ohio State is the only team that can beat Alabama?
I don't. No. No, I think Clemson can beat them.
Jeremy.
I think Notre Dame can beat them.
I do. Yeah. But I'm asking Jeremy, pretty much an Ohio State fan, because I see a lot of these Ohio State fans saying that Notre Dame or Clemson, nobody has a shot at beating Alabama. I said, I'm sorry, man.
That's false.
That's true. And yes, I'm one of those people that believe that I'm a diehard fan. So when Notre Dame gets there, I'm pumped about it. Should they have played Alabama that year? Probably not, but they got there and they got their asses whooped. We know that. When they played Clemson a couple years ago, they got their butts whooped. It's a different year. It really is. And a lot of people always count Notre Dame out. And, as a fan, I don't want to say I count them out, but I'm realistic. You know what I mean? I'm happy they got there. This year, man, I'm telling you, it's a different year. And I don't think that Ohio State is the only team that can beat Alabama. I'm just saying. No. It could be Clemson. It could be Notre Dame. It could be a lot of those people because Bama, we all agree that Bama plays pretty much a weak schedule all the time.
They do.
But they're always up there. And I'm not taking away from them. They're a damn good team, man. They always
just a lot of overrated teams in that division.
Yep. But you know what? Overrated teams, but they still get there and they still dominate. But this year, man, if anybody's watched Alabama, they're not that great, man. And I'm
especially on defense.
Watched Clemson last week after Notre Dame played Syracuse. And, of course, we got crap that we didn't kill Syracuse. Well, I mean, we still put 45-21 for Notre Dame. But then Clemson plays. And they play – who was it, with Virginia Tech or something like that? I think it was. They looked horrible for the first three quarters of that game.
Yeah.
And they should have completely dominated them. So why do people want to come at – Notre Dame saying, oh, well, they never played. But look at what Clemson just did against Virginia Tech that week. They won. Props, they won. They did what they had to do, just like Notre Dame does all the time. But Notre Dame's beat some good teams this year. A couple ranked teams. But if you look, when they beat Pittsburgh had the number one defense on almost every category. And we freaking demolished them, just like Clemson did. And I'm not saying that Ohio State's not in there. I'm not saying all this stuff. But I'm just, like, this year, I'm just so sick of hearing people saying that Notre Dame, it's because it's their normal thing. They can get there. They go in there. Yeah.
I got a question for you, Tony. All right.
And I'll follow up.
Notre Dame, this is the first year they've been in a conference in ever, or I don't know how long. So I have a question. And I think that has helped them to get into the college football playoffs. Now, my question to you is, do you think this is something that they could do moving forward? Because they're still getting the money from NBC. They're playing all their home games. ACC is getting, I guess, we'll work somehow getting the money for the road games or whatever. I mean, to me, this is a smart thing that Notre Dame should do so they don't get screwed like UC's doing and like Notre Dame has done in the past, because they got to win twice as many games. They don't have the championship game like they will this year. As a Notre Dame fan, do you think this is something that Notre Dame should consider just joining full-fledged? But I mean, I know they don't want to give the money up for NBC. I understand that. That's got to be worked out or somehow. But just what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Jeff, absolutely. They should totally get into a conference. In my opinion, they need to stay in this conference. They welcome Notre Dame there, and they need to stay. Will they do it? Absolutely not. They won't.
Money.
It's too much money, man. It's too much money.
Right.
But
it's too many good players that would be coming to Notre Dame as well.
What's that, Jeremy?
I said it's also too many good players that would choose Notre Dame over top of Clemson, Virginia Tech, Syracuse.
Yeah.
You guys would be.
They might do that anyway, Jeremy.
No, that's true. Yeah, I mean, you guys would be towards the top of the division just about every year.
Well, it would make the ACC a more competitive football conference.
It would, yeah.
It absolutely would. But again, just 2 straight points. I think they should. Will they? I don't think they will. And I've been Notre Dame fan since I was a wee little kid, man. And there's just no signs of pointing that they would do that. They did it this year just so they could play. And I'm happy they did, just so I could watch them play. Because who wants to not watch their team play every year? Ohio State, Michigan, anybody. Who doesn't want to watch their team play?
Hey, Tony, I know you're an Irish fan. But
hey, Robert, I see you're in the chat, dude. I'll get you in a second, Robert.
As far as you see, I know Jeff's mentioned, it's all about the conference, the money, and Jeremy's mentioned pretty much the same thing. What's your take on it?
Well, I think UC's unfortunately in a weak conference. I think they got screwed this year. I really do. They yesterday especially, that was horrible. I couldn't believe it.
Yes.
But I did kind of have a question for you guys as a UC fan. So here's the thing: they're in a weak conference. I don't know how the rules work. I don't know any of this stuff, but this is a straight up question. If I'm stupid for asking, then oh well. But look at what Notre Dame's done until this year as independent. What would it be if they went independent? Would they get more cred, or would they just be screwed still?
Depending on schedule.
Even being in a weak conference. If they
it would depend on who they scheduled. That's me, and they would run into the exact same problem, I think.
Well, and that's the thing about Notre Dame, though, is when they're independent, that's why people don't give them credit, because they play all over the country. They play anybody and everybody. We didn't play USC this year because of the COVID and all that stuff, and that's one of our biggest rivals. So what I'm saying, not that it would ever happen, but what if UC had been independent and is independent? You think they get more respect?
No, I don't.
For running the table, for not being in AAC?
Nope, I don't. But not trying to cut you off, but Robert's been waiting a little while.
Let me give him one. I just want to say,
I'm gonna try to get Robert on here real quick.
Tony, y'all got a good team, man. Y'all got a good team. I mean that when I say that. And if we play you, I'll be watching, because y'all do have a real deal team this year.
Yeah, we do play the Irish next year too. So
Ohio State's great too. They are. It's just
all right, brother.
For everybody this year, man. That's all. But all right,
thanks,
guys. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right,
you got it.
See it. All right. So I had Robert down here sitting and waiting, and I didn't want to. What's up, Robert? I didn't want to.
It was good, Jeff. I off my car home when you guys were still guys. So I just wanted to show you when I was talking about being a Bengals fan.
Yeah.
There's some Bengals memorabilia for you right there.
Oh yeah.
Old school.
Then when's the last championship the Bengals? Well, back in 2012, I coached the youth football team. When I took them over, they were the Texans. I changed them to the Bengals. And in 2012 or 2013, I'm sorry, we won the championship. And now my Bengals have won a championship.
There you go.
That's right, brother. That's awesome.
I just got home and I was like, well, they're still live. I'm going to try to catch so I can show them some of my.
Yeah, dude, Bengals country.
I saw the Bengals country back there. That's cool.
So, yeah, I got my back room's a mess. It was supposed to be my man cave, but as you can see, the old lady was too.
Yeah, that's cool looking.
I have one just like that, buddy. I know what you mean.
Got stuff that I took to training camp and got signed, and the gloves that were hanging on the trophy my son got from one of the players. He was a backup.
That's cool.
I thought he might keep them for him. So
awesome. Heck yeah, man. That's great.
My daughter wanted to get on with you guys, but she's not here. Because she seen when I last time I was on. She seen me on there, and she's like, "Next time they're on, can I get on with you?" She's
definitely.
She'll sit upstairs, and she knows when the Bengals are winning or losing. If I'm yelling at the TV, she knows we're losing. If I'm down here cheering and hollering in a good way, she knows we're winning. So.
Right. Yep.
That's a Bengals household right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then if they're not home, she'll be like, "Did we win? Or win? I guess we lost. You're out of your Bengals gear already." I said, "Yep."
Yep. That's what happened.
Awesome,
right,
man.
guys. I know you was getting ready to get on. I just wanted to show you
I appreciate it. Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome, dude. I got, like I said, I got the beer, the Who They Be right over here. I'll let you see it down at the bottom in the corner there. That's where it's at. So.
Same here.
Yep.
All right, Robert. We'll holler at you tomorrow, brother. Thanks, man.
Thank you, buddy. Call back or get back.
Get back. Get low.
Get back with us or call back with us, whatever you want to call it. Link with us, I guess you could say.
Live video chats.
Just link with us.
Just vibe. Just as my son says, we just vibing, man. We just vibing. I'm like, you're having a conversation? No, Dad, we vibing.
We're just vibing, man. What are you talking about?
We vibing on the Strawberry Ice Show today, man. It's so cool. Anyway, let's
Karen.
let's vibe on out of here. All right, Facebook groups.
Switch it up a little bit. Remember?
Oh yeah. Gotcha. Oh yeah.
Okay. Facebook groups that we help run. They are Bengals Nation, Bearcats Country, Reds Country, and Cyclones Country. Invite you guys to join all those because we have conversations like this throughout the day on these groups, and then whatever people are talking about on the groups. If it's a big topic, I try to bring it up on the show, and we could talk there. And I'll be pulling the sound off this later on tonight. Check it out. Be on the podcast, Bean Pod, Spotify, Apple, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. I'm there. Give me a 5-star review, rate, and review. I greatly appreciate it. Follow me on all my social media platforms. On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice. I've had people try to become a friend on my personal Facebook page. I'm just trying to keep that with my friends and family, but you guys are more than welcome to join the Strawberry Ice page. You can talk to me there, however you want to do it, but I'm just trying to keep the family and Strawberry Ice separate. So anyway, YouTube 717. Hopefully we've added some people on this hour and a half show we've done. I'm about trying to roll it, try to get to 1,000. That would be awesome. Get to 1,000. I can start doing a lot more things, different stuff. It'll be cool. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, subscribe to Sports with Strawberry Ice. And Jeremy Dean, please do the honor, sir, and let us roll on out of here.
Well, you did one heck of a job, man. And I
lost the show a couple times.
It's all good. It's all good, man. When you do new things, it happens. And I feel the same way for everybody watching. My Facebook is family, and everything else is sports. Sports Strawberry Ice, the page. Y'all go there, comment. We'll get back.
Talk about the ice bar. We keep forgetting to say that. I got that ice bar. The other. I forgot.
That's right.
I started the Ice Facebook page about 2 years ago, and then I did another one where it's called the Ice Bar. It's linked to it. Basically, if you guys want to talk to Jeremy or Mike or anybody like that, or anybody who's on the show, or you guys want to Alice and Tony go back and forth on the show, you guys can get into the ice bar and you can post whatever you want. You guys can have conversations, all kinds of stuff on there. It's more interactive than the Strawberry Ice Facebook page. So go to the Strawberry Ice page and you'll find the ice bar on there. And there's 2 of them. Make sure you go to the one that has 20 something people in it. That's the one that the other one I need to get rid of. But anyway, that's a good way that we all can interact. You can talk to Jeremy, you can talk to Mike, you can talk to me there. Sorry. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's what. Because as he was saying, I try to save everything for family as well as my messenger. Talk to my friends and that kind of thing. And but guys, we will be playing Andy Dalton who is just kind of over my left shoulder here.
The Red
And
Rifle.
I've always loved Dalton. I thought he did well while he was here. Then I saw Joe Burrow. So, but anyway, yeah, let's if we're going to win a game,
this is it.
this is probably our last shot. This is the last NFC least game that we have.
Right.
So if we don't win this game, things may change on Monday. I don't know, but this is a game against Dalton. This would be a good win for the Bengals to at least, even if it puts us at 4-ish, maybe 3, doesn't matter. We still want our team to win. So anyway, just wanted to let you guys know, as always, and I'm switching this up just a little bit this week because it is Andy Dalton. So I'm reminding everybody that you don't live in Dallas.
No.
You live in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So keep acting like it. Keep watching the show.
Yeah.
Keep joining the show.
Yes. Subscribe.
And boom, this thing is growing like a wildfire, people. So, Houday, go Bengals. Let's win. Sports with strawberry ice, baby.
And that's just sports, baby. See ya.